What does it cost to process these pictures? Subscription? How cheaply can we process the pictures that we've shot? Can we use Lightroom and Photoshop? Do we need to use a plug-in? Let's see what we can figure out. Well, it's a beautiful day. Let's go out for a drive in the country and see if we can find some snowies. Just a few miles out of town, and look at this. This guy on the bicycle spun out, and I stopped and waited for him to get moving again. It's bad traffic out here. This area belongs to the Mennonites. We got to give them their space. Look at there. There's our first owl that we saw. Look at the conditions. I mean, it's brutally cold and wind blowing. I did get a few shots. Look at me out there. Wind is just blowing me. It's really cold. This is the best I could do under these conditions. There's the original shot, and then Mary processed it here and pulled out some more detail in it with some of our programs. The first thing we do when we get home from a session is to import everything into the computer with Lightroom. So these are all the files that we shot while we're out in the field. The one we want to work on most is the one flying off the fence here. So we're going to zoom in on that. There you see the file. And you can see we have to do quite a bit of cropping in on that, so we're going to have a better result. So first thing Mary's going to do is apply the profile for our camera. This is a profile that I generated with the Passport. That's the OM1 digital. Now that we've got the camera profile, we're going to adjust the white balance by taking a spot on the owl, like on the white feathers of the owl somewhere. I think that's better. It's pretty good white balance there. No, Mary figures we're going to adjust it, so adjust the exposure. Make some subtle adjustments. This is all to taste. It's all pretty much user preferences. It's looking better and better. Now we're going to denoise the file. Denoise in Lightroom is a really great feature. We've denoised this image in Lightroom. Now we're going to open it in Photoshop, edit in Adobe Photoshop. Photoshop will open up. Now Control-0 will fill the frame. There's the image in Photoshop. I'll zoom in a little bit now. One thing we can do is auto contrast a little bit.
Crop it first.
Mary wants to crop the image first. Okay, we're going to crop the image so the bird is in the main lower third at the left there. That's looking pretty nice. A little higher up, I think. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, look at there. That way it looks like the bird is flying into the picture, not out of the picture. That's very important. And the eye is in a really good location. A little auto contrast on this one here. It's looking pretty good to me. Now to get rid of some of the offending bits in the background, the removal tool is amazing. It takes a little while because it's an AI-based tool to do this. And we don't take out too much, just things that are bothering us. Bottom, I like that. I like what's in the bottom. It gives some depth and it gives a base to the photograph, I think. This is all personal taste as well. You know, it's whatever. Reduce noise. Now this is what I want to know, if we can reduce the noise enough with this, or if we're going to need a plug-in. Because the plug-in adds another $12 a month to your package. Like, it's well under $20 a month for Lightroom and Photoshop. So I find this invaluable, especially as we're always kept up to date with everything. It really helps. Now we've got a little noise reduction there. We might zoom in a bit to see what it looks like in Navigator and just zoom right in on the eye. That's looking pretty good to me. I mean, those toenails are nice and sharp. Nice sharp talons on the owl there. Another thing you can do is make an overlay. We can make an overlay here to, we have an action set up for it, but it's easy enough to make an overlay. And with the overlay, we get the brush tool. No, X, we have to go to X so that we got white. Okay, now we're going to go in and we can adjust the owl, that brighten the eyes a little bit. When you paint on the overlay with white and you use a soft brush and you set it at 18% opacity and just lighten the eyes a little bit with, there you go. And look at that. I think that's pretty fine. I mean, certainly for Facebook or anything like that, that's good enough. What's our actual image size on this image now at this point? This is a 5x7 at 360 DPI. Now you could use gigapixel or something and you could make a 30x40 out of this, no problem at all. As long as the image is sharp to begin with, then you can work with it. But I think this is suitable for Facebook. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a subscription now so that we can use a different denoising program on the file, and we'll compare it to what Lightroom and Photoshop did and what will do. It's going to cost me $12 for a month subscription, so I'm going to get that in now. So if you just hang on, we're going to do that. Now what we're going to do, we go to File and Filter, AI Denoise. Here we are. This is the file we've sharpened with Photoshop. Now we're going to zoom in on Navigator. Zoom right in. You see a lot of noise around the face of the bird. Look at all that noise. Now we're going to go in with AI Denoise. Look at this. So much better. I mean, that works really good. I'm really amazed with what that did for us. Now we're going to use Control S and save this back as a finished image.
And I'm going to put a frame around it.
Yeah. There we've got a nice white border around the image now. Now we've got a TIFF saved to this so we can put in the video as we're making it. We've opened the image from Lightroom. It's denoised, but we didn't sharpen it in Photoshop or anything. Now we're going to go to AI Denoise. We'll see how this works. Previously we used Photoshop Denoise and Sharpen, and now we're just using the AI Denoise and see how that works out. There's our finished result. Now if we zoom in and Navigator into the eye, we'll see how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely given us a better look.
That's way too zoomed.
Yeah, we need to go to about 100.
There's the hundreds.
Now that's a pretty good image. We can definitely work with that. Control 0 fills the frame, and there you've got the image with a nice white border around it. I think that's just great. We decided to check this out in On 1. We didn't do this one in this way before. There's our raw file. We're going to edit it in On 1. Wow. If we use Sharpen and Denoise both on there, that's going to work really good. So let's apply. There's our file, and I think it looks better, doesn't it? we're looking at tiny improvements in the image, but even if it's a little better. This was an overcast day, the owl was far away. I got all the excuses, but we did get a pretty good result. Now I'm going to go looking for another owl. It's quite a little hike in here through some deep snow, but there's the owl up in the tree. I'm trying not to disturb it. It's a female snowy. There it is up in the tree. It's pretty far away. This was the best we could do with it, as close as I could get in with my lens. Wow, another snowy day here. Look at the conditions here. I'm stumbling along through the deep snow. It's up to my knees. I keep dropping deeper, but I'm doing my best. I'm going to use my backpack for a sandbag here. So I'm going to get down, put my hood up. I can rest my camera on the backpack, looking at this snowy. What a beauty this one is. I'm a lot closer now, and there's nothing like bright sun and getting closer. We do our best with long shots. Okay, now we're looking through the files on this owl. The best one looks like the one we've got marked with 3 stars here. So we'll just check it out a bit. That looks great to me. Wow, yeah, so one of our presets might really help. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. So now we'll edit it in Photoshop. Looks pretty good. Control 0. Control 0 brings it up into full frame. Do a bit of a crop on it, I guess. No, I think bring it in a bit on the left. That looks better to me now. Now let's try sharpening it a bit. It's not going to need very much, that's for sure. It's nice, we were nice and close to this one. That make it better?
Yes.
We can compare it. Let's take that off and on for a second. Wow, the eyes are really sharp there, huh? Yeah, the sharpening makes just a little bit of an improvement on this fella. That's pretty nice. So now let's save that one. And let's try opening it in on 1. Now this time we're going to open this one in on 1. So we'll enter, and we'll go File, Edit in. There we've got it. Now we're going to go into an AI preset. We'll do birds. There's a selection underneath there. That looks pretty good there. Now let's try tack sharp. Wow. That seems amazing, doesn't it? Let's save that one and we'll compare it. That's a pretty nice result. I don't know if we compare it to the other one. Now we've got both files opened in Photoshop. One that was processed with on 1 and one that was processed with Lightroom Photoshop. And we'll see which one works better. To zoom in nice and close on the bird. This to me looks like maybe the best one. I'm pretty impressed with that. So this is on 1. We started out in Lightroom, then we went into on 1, and then we did the AI bird program and the sharpening, and that's what we got. I think it looks good. They're both pretty good, but I think this one is a little wee bit better. This one is processed with on 1 with their digital enhancement. We decided to check this out in on 1. We didn't do this one in this way before. There's our raw file. We're going to edit it in on 1. We found that we got a better result opening them with Photoshop and Lightroom and using a bit of Topaz Sharpen, which is a $12 program. There you go. That's $12 something a month program. Now some days some days you're going to wind up with something like this where the best thing you can do is turn it into some kind of an abstract, because nothing we could do would sharpen that one up very much. It was an interesting day seeing this owl flying from there. Topaz Sharpen AI, the plug-in, did a pretty good job on this, though. It really did. You want to have things sharp to begin with. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see us do next.